Guys, here's the webcam. We're trying to go to Marion today. They got a lot of snow. The guy just got in his truck. Looks like they're working on it. Oh, there he goes. Gonna do some plowing for us. All right, guys, got the mighty 182. Got a mission today. There's a blizzard in Indiana over the last couple days, and the school's closed. My daughter's out there. It's a Friday. So we're gonna run over there and pick her up and bring her back for the weekend. Then on Sunday, we'll bring her back to school. So the airport is actually NOTAM closed till 7 o'clock tonight. And right now it's only about 11 o'clock there. But I just talked to the airport manager, Andy. And if you ever go to Marion, Indiana, they won Airport of the Year in Indiana. And there's a reason why. A lot of it's because of the manager. He said they've got the main runway open and the taxiway, and he's going to work hard to bump up, when the airport gets open. But he said, coming in with me, I've got permission. I talked to him. He said that the runway's open and they have one taxiway open. So it's an adventure. We have to get there and give them enough time to clean off the snow, but then there's supposed to be snow coming through here in IFR conditions later today. And we don't have any de-icing stuff on the mighty 182, so we have to beat the snow. So that's our mission. I'm gonna go gas up at the pumps. We're gonna get underway, flying from northwest suburbs of Chicago to Marion, Indiana. Should be about an hour and 10 minutes, and then we'll come back, and hopefully we'll have Grace in the back seat. And we have this lady, my favorite lady. Coming along. All right. Look at that beast. All right, guys, getting ready to take off. The oil is warm. Got my wife on the old secondary camera. Landings traffic. Sky lane 042 is departing runway 31, being a left-hand turnout to the southeast. Landings. Final is clear. I got a super close up on my face. I do have a new GoPro. I just haven't hooked it up yet. I should have brought it. Such an amateur. All right, kid, you ready?
Ready.
Get a shot of this down here real quick. See that, guys? It's my synthetic vision. You can see the runway on my GI-275. Okay, here we go. All right, 28 inches of manifold pressure. 65 knots already. Guys, back flying along on our way. Show you some outside shots here too. We go camera to camera here. Pretty snowy down here. Anyways, I feel bad. I haven't shown you around the cockpit, so check it out. Here it is in flight. Here's my GI-275s. They look kind of small, except for right now. That's filling up your whole screen. That's huge. But you notice on the GI-275, we got the little flight path vector, that little green guy. He's telling me where the airplane's going. If I pitch up a little bit, he'll shoot way up, tell you where the airplane's going. It also shows the runway. It shows terrain. It shows everything. We got nothing right now. Here's a map. That's just a regular CDI. Say I'm slightly left of course. Information page. I go just to traffic. I could range that in and out. Just a weather page. Terrain, again, there is no terrain right now. That's just a straight map. And if this one fails, this one turns into this. You got everything you need. You have airspeed, altitude, heading. Great system with a backup. And there's our little map scale, and I could adjust that. So what we have is two GI 275s, a GNC 355 Navcom, which is pretty cool, and then this audio panel up here. We did this, and these two guys. And then we did this, the engine monitor. So, just cruising along, still on our way to Marion. We've got, what do we have left? 68 miles to go. Really smooth, really nice. Again, give you a shot outside here. Little girl got a little homesick, so she needs to come home. Say hello. Liking these instruments so far. I'm having some dead spots with the GNC 355. I keep losing GPS just west of Chicago every time in the same spot. So not sure what that's about, but I have to get that figured out. Show you our route of flight here too. From our little airport down here to go around some Chicago airspace. And then all the way down to Marion. Cool thing about this too is it's flashed right now. I could take a phone call. There's somebody trying to call me. You could talk on your headsets, you know, talk on the phone through your aviation headset, which is kind of cool. So here's the setup. Here's the panel. Hard to see with the glare over here, but that engine monitor is pretty cool too. Something else they did, 182s, these two main instruments are normally over here. I don't know why they do it that way, but my avionics shop bumped them right in front of the yoke, which makes a lot of sense. I like it a lot better that way. If I changed anything, I probably would have put the engine monitor down here so the co-pilot could see it better, because a lot of times I'm sitting in that seat and I can't hardly see it. The numbers are just so small. So that was my original idea, but they said this was better, so we went with this. Yeah, we're doing 146 knots. We got the tailwind indicator up here, which is really nice. We got about 13 knots of quartering tailwind. So much good information on these things. The wind also shows up here on the GI 275. That's in miles an hour, and it's really small. So, stop this camera. So we tried to video the takeoff. You might just get it from my wife's camera, because I think this camera died, the GoPro. It died as they do. GoPro technology. So, yeah, my last video was on the Trevor James thing, huh? Everyone gets mad that I didn't get madder at him. Like, try to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. You don't know when something's fresh like that. You don't know. As more facts came out, you could literally see he has a fire extinguisher strapped to his leg under his pants. Definitely planning on crashing and needing to put out a fire. I don't think I'm quite as mad at him as other people are. I just think he's kind of... He tried to make an interesting video, and he, you know, was disingenuous, dishonest, whatever. There's a lot of concern. There could have been a fire. There could have been a fire, and that is a big concern. At the end of the day, there wasn't a fire, though. And he had a fire extinguisher. What's everybody so worried about? Right? No comment. No comment. He's a big jerk, and he shouldn't have done it, and he could have started a fire. That's the party line.
Keep it classy, baby.
I know. She's the one that makes me be nice to people. So... yeah, I don't know. We'll show you guys. It's a winter wonderland here. Indiana got, how much snow did they get?
I think a foot at least in some areas.
And they got a foot. And it's neat because we went to the webcam I showed you earlier, and we actually see the guys cleaning it off. And you know what they did is they marked the airport closed till 6:45 tonight. And that's just probably just to give themselves a chance to clean it up. You could always say, you know what, we opened at 1 or 2. You could always move it up. But if you say you're going to open at noon and you don't make it and everyone shows up, that's a problem. So I kind of get their strategy. Very well run, well managed airport. The guy's just friendly as he could be. Like I said, I called yesterday and asked him, you know, I know you're not going to know, but just generally speaking, this kind of snow, are you closed for like a week? Are you closed till tomorrow morning? And he called me back and he said, look, this is my cell phone number. You call me on my cell phone and we'll talk and work it all out. I mean, just really wonderful guy. And like I said, they got awarded Airport of the Year in Indiana for a reason. They've got nice runways, great facilities, very clean, very classy, awesome airport manager who just bends over backwards to make your experience there good. So, man, just a neat airport. There's a lot of neat airports though, you know, as you travel around, but Marion, Indiana is special. I really like it. Looks like we got a little bit of cloud cover in front of us. We're going over areas where there's some clouds than not. I know where we're going, the clouds are up at 11,000 feet. We're at 5,500, so we're going to be fine. So we go over some areas where we kind of can't see the ground, which is legal VFR, visual flight rules. Got to be 1,000 feet above the clouds, you can do it. The bad news is you lose your engine, then it's harder to find some place to land, right? So what else is going on? We'll get a shot, have my wife do a video of the landing. And we might not do audio with that, just have her do it on her little phone and we'll make it part of the video experience. Anything else?
There's some deep snow down there.
I know. Can you tell from this high? We're a mile high in the sky.
You kind of can, actually.
Hey, We're a mile high in the sky.
You're funny.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off. All right, you guys, we're coming up just 3 miles away from Marion Airport, getting ready to enter the pattern. Man, it is snow covered. I want to show you guys something. See right here, it says visual approach. I'm gonna hit that, pick the runway 4, and activate it. Now that just built me an approach right into the runway. It'll look like an ILS on this instrument down here. I'll show you that in a minute. So just keep rolling, okay? Marion traffic, Skyline 042 is entering the left downwind runway 4, Marion. Lots of snow down there, kid. Runway looks clear though. Looks like we have to go all the way to the end though if we're gonna make a turnoff. You're gonna see the camera for a second, real quick. There's the runway, you guys. We're gonna have to go all the way to the end. They only got the taxiways from the ends open. We're paralleling it right now. There you go. All right, on the left downwind, got a notch of flaps out. Like manifold pressure is about 17.5, about 18 inches. Man, the oil temperature is really dropping when I do that. Cold up here. I think it's only 10 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to do some more flaps, even just to beam the numbers, just so I keep some heat on the engine. The idea here, you guys, I hate to come back on the power when it's this cold in a descent. So I got my cowl flaps are closed. And I just, I add the drag a little early because I want to keep the power all the way on up to touchdown. That's the whole idea. I think we're doing all right. I got about 20 degrees of flaps out. Marion traffic, Skyline 042 is turning left base 4, Marion. Run my propellers back all the way forward for a potential, ready for the go around. Got the runway out there, kid?
Yep.
I'm going to try to show you guys the instruments a little bit here. It's kind of neat the way that this GNC 355 will build you, for the old school guys, what looks like an ILS to any runway. I mean, it's crazy. My little uncontrolled field I'm out of, you put in the visual for the approach, and it's like flying the ILS. I mean, it really is. It's not legal to use in the clouds, but it's good situational awareness, especially at night in the dark. I mean, these little airports sometimes are hard to really know how high you are. Marion traffic, Skyline 042 is turning final runway 4, Marion. So we got to roll all the way to the end. All right, so babe, so get a shot of this. See the runway out there, you guys? And then look down here at these needles right here. So really zoom in here. See these needles, this one guides me left and right, and this one here guides me up and down. I could follow these needles all the way to the ground. And if you look, you can even see the runway. Really zoom in here. See the runway there in my synthetic vision?
Yep.
How cool is that?
Pretty sweet.
All right, so we're on final. For some of you people that fly only in California and Arizona, this looks like a really bad idea, but man, when you fly in the Midwest, flying on ice and snow covered runways is just part of doing business. You got a snow plow off the left and the snow blower. I think he sees us. Hopefully they put a radio on those guys. Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. This place is supposed to be closed till 6:45 p.m., and they opened it up. Just for us. No. Coming in here, power coming to idle. And we'll just wait till the plane's ready to land. Get that nose up, hold it off, hold it off. Oh, it's so nice landing on ice and snow.
My gosh, that was beautiful.
Wow. Well, you know, you roll on and it's all ice and snow and stuff, and the wheels just kind of slip and slide on. That was the best landing ever for me at this airport in this particular airplane. I got to qualify that. So here we are. Just keep rolling, babe. We could always delete, edit stuff later. Trying to show how deep that snow is on the right. See, it piled up on the right and really drifted.
Shoot, man.
So normally I'd turn off this taxi right here. Another cost of doing business in the winter, they don't always have all the taxiways open. So we got this big long runway. I think it's 5,000 feet. No, it's 6,000 feet long. So I've got to land and taxi for like a mile to the very end and then come back. But I am not complaining. The airport's open. It's amazing. 10 degrees out there, so we're going to put little Gracie in the back seat, close the door, and right off again. Ground time should be like 10 minutes probably, right?
Yep.
You could tell, get a shot of those taxiway lights real quick. You guys see those taxiway lights, how they're like 2-3 feet high sometimes? Oh, yeah, but the ramp's further up, isn't it?
I was going to say, I don't think this is where
No, this is the hangars, yeah. You know that you're flying up north when you see the taxiways. I'll get a shot of the ones to the left that are just barely above the snow. Can you zoom in on those, babe?
Try. I cannot.
Okay. The ones on the left are almost completely buried. The ones on the right are sticking up a little. When you're taxiing in Florida, the taxi lights sit like this high above the ground, you know, just barely. But here, you ever wonder, you see a picture of an airport, you know if you're north or south, in the U.S. at least, by how high the taxiway lights sit.
That's pretty funny. I didn't know that.
See, trivia. I'm just here to educate you, anyone else who wants to watch. So, yeah, I was down in Florida the other day, and they were very, very low. All right, so here's the ramp. If you go to Marion, Indiana webcam, there's a shot of this ramp. Oh, it'd be nice if I could screen capture us parking, you know, but I don't know what's going to happen. It's hard taxiing in the winter sometimes because they only open certain taxiways if they're overwhelmed by the amount of snow they have to move. So, you know, this isn't usually the way we taxi here. Oop, crap. Snow and ice, snow and ice. Making fun of Air China, then I'm going to drift into a drift. Gotta go slow, people. We're heavy, too. We weigh 2,800 pounds. I'm going to go say hi to this airport manager. Maybe we'll do a little interview of him for the channel.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, he's just a wonderful guy. Doesn't know me from anybody and just bent over backwards to give me all the information. So, he should be managing even a bigger airport. Bring him over to O'Hare. All right, we're going to taxi as close as we can to the building because it's cold outside. Oop, I'm sliding again. You feel that?
I feel it.
Got to slow down. I'm getting too excited to see Grace. Ooh, get a shot of the snow removal equipment. That's what I'm talking about, that tractor that has that big auger on the back.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Hey, that's a piece of equipment.
There's Gracie. Do we even want to get out of the plane? Should we just let her hop in? All right, you guys, this is the facilities. There's Mighty 182 out there. All right, here's Andy, the manager, the boss.
Hello, how are we doing today?
Doing good. So, how much more snow are you guys going to be plowing today? Are you satisfied where you're at, or are you going to clear everything?
Not at all. We've just got it open and usable, but we still have all the connecting taxiways, and we still have our crosswind runway 1533 that we haven't touched. So,
Okay.
1533 will probably take another day, but we'll try and get some of the connectors open today. And T hangers, we're still working on getting the T hangers out.
How much snow did you get?
10 inches, 11 inches?
Oh, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Airport of the Year. What year?
2015.
2015. You guys should be in the running. Awesome, awesome place.
Excellent.
Highly recommend, like I said, all the way over here. Come see Marion, Indiana. All right, people. Here we go. Loading up. There goes Gracie. Heading out. Give you one last shot around here. Show you the snow. They got a lot of it. Probably not showing up well. All right. 182. Running like a champ. Good shot, Gracie. Hey, Gracie. All right, starting the plane. Mixture rich. Props full forward. Crack the throttle. I gave it a shot of prime. Beacon on. All right. Hold it like that. We'll get a shot. Clear. Sat a little while, so we lost our prime there. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright, folks. Getting ready to leave. Marion traffic, Skylane 042's departing runway 22 will be northwest bound, Marion. Burned off a little weight in fuel, and we picked up a little weight in Gracie.
And all her stuff. Got the package and all her stuff.
We are delivering the package back to her home where she belongs. You got your door secured, right? Everyone got their seatbelt on?
Yep.
Awesome. Gonna take it nice and easy getting out on this here runway. This has got to freak some people out. Like learn to fly in Florida and they never see this stuff, because it's ice and snow all over the runway. We got a lot of pavement showing here, so it's pretty good. Well, if you want to do the run-up, you definitely, you missed the run-up, but you have to find a dry spot. It's the only way to do it. And the GoPro failed again. So I'm just going to have to talk over this from my home studio. So we're taking off. Lots of good acceleration. Going. You can see we reach flying speed very, very quickly. Like I said, 28 inches of manifold pressure. That's a lot of power on takeoff. So here we are, up and away, climbing out, leaving Marion behind. You can see we have quite a bit of runway left over. Come down here, take a look off the left. There's the GoPro that doesn't work. It's a wonderful investment. Come down here to the instruments. You'll see we're going about 110 miles an hour climbing. It's going to end up being 900, 1,000 feet per minute at 110 miles an hour. I think VY is in the 80s. It's 80 or 88 or something like that. So we're even doing a cruise climb, and this thing still wants to go 1,000 feet a minute in the climb. That's with 3 people and pretty full gas. We're just finishing the climb out. My wife's showing Grace in the back. A little Gracie. And once again, on our way back to the northwest. So here's something neat I wanted to show you on the GI 275. You swipe up, get in the menus, hit Option, then you tab over with the big knob, and you can actually turn off the synthetic vision and give yourself an old-timey looking attitude indicator. So I'm going to turn off synthetic terrain by touching it. And now it looks like a standard attitude indicator. There's one horizon line. All the synthetic stuff goes away, the ground, the other traffic. I kind of like that view a little better for some cases. There's only one horizon line, as you notice right there. So now we'll go back and show you the difference again between this and the synthetic. I'm going to toggle back over, hit terrain, and now I'm going to turn on synthetic vision. See how there's a white line above the horizon line? That is level. And there's a distance between that and that green horizon line, just like if you look out the window, you know, there's a distance between the earth and kind of how high you are. So, yeah, you can see I'm a little bit low, so I'm climbing up, coming back down. You put the attitude indicator points right on that white horizon line, and it pretty much holds altitude. So here we are again. Once again, the GoPro has failed, so I have no audio, so I'm dubbing it in. You can see right here where we're at. It's nice and clear. You can see the ground clearly. We're en route. I know the weather where we came from is good. The weather in Chicago is good. But here you can see, there we are, just south of Lake Michigan, making pretty good progress. And you can see all the green dots. That means VFR, VFR. It looks perfect, like there'd be no clouds. Well, guess what? There's some clouds. So it's no big deal, like I said, as long as you're 1,000 feet above the clouds, you're legal to do this. If you're a VFR-only pilot, then it might be a little scarier, because if you lose your engine, you're going through those clouds. Then you'll pop out again, but hopefully you'll come out and still be under control. So we're cruising along, 4,500. We're heading eastbound. Another good look at the instruments. And like I said, these clouds by the time we get to Chicago are gone. Here we are. You can see we got a 25-knot crosswind, or a headwind in the upper right, only going 109 knots across the ground going back. So yeah, the headwind make us pay. There I am in the mirror, and here's where I spy on my wife, where she doesn't know I'm looking at her, and there she is in the mirror. Pretty view. So now here we are a little further along. You can see that solid layer of clouds, but as advertised, they go away. So this is one of the weird things sometimes. VFR could show up everywhere on your charts, on ForeFlight, and a little layer of clouds like there's not necessarily going to show up unless it's over an airport. If it's over an airport, they'll show a broken layer at 800 feet or 1,000 feet or whatever these clouds are at. But they just didn't happen to hit any of those airports. So here we are. There's the engine monitor. You could pause on that, take a look at all the parameters if you like.
There's home base.
Landings traffic, Skylane 042 is overhead, 1900, entering the pattern, runway 31 landings. Alright guys, my GoPro camera keeps glitching out, so if it glitches out, at least we'll have the cell phone shot. So coming in the pattern, I've found about 18 inches manifold pressure with a notch of flaps gets me right at the top of the white arc. 110 miles an hour. Coming to the right. Landings traffic, Skylane 042 is entering the right downwind 31 landings. Starting our descent here. Trying to keep a little temperature on the engine. Usually means I hang out a little more flaps a little early and fly a little bigger pattern. Fly a 747 pattern here. That tends to make it where I don't have to go idle. Some people don't like that. They'd say, well, you should always be where you can glide in. But man, when it's 10, 15 degrees outside, I'd rather keep heat on the engine. Chances are the engine's going to keep running. I mean, in the summertime, I'll fly a tighter pattern. But right now, I'm flying a pretty big one. Just, you know, I could come around and still have 17, 18 inches of manifold pressure all the way in, even on final. So then it just keeps my my engine warm. It's a battle with these 0470s. You know, you have cowl flaps to battle and keep the coolness happening on the ground and climb. But in the wintertime also, you know, you nose over and pull the power to idle, you're going to shock cool them. A little more temperamental, these big Continentals. Landings traffic, Skylane 042's turning final 31 landings. You get the runway out there? I don't know what's going on with these GoPros. I mean, I keep looking over and the thing's just turned itself off, so I've been real happy with my investment there. Not a lot of people flying. I heard my friend Matt out here in his Arrow a little while ago as we were further south. Yeah, these cold days, not a lot of takers. See the railroad tracks down there? Gotta miss all these trees. And now that we're clear of the trees, we'll drop it in. We also don't want to land short. How bumpy is that video, huh? Get right in here, we'll hold it off, bleed off some energy. Little stall warning horn, just how we like it. Oh, was I crooked? I might have been a little crooked. Ooh, me? Kind of want to make this turn off. Not gonna happen. All right, we made it. Woohoo! Thanks for coming along. Hope it wasn't too boring. Let's spin around down the runway. Save a little time. That was all right. What time did we take off this morning? It wasn't 9:45, was it?
No, it was later than that. It was like 10:20 something.
So 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. Took off from the Chicago area, flew to the middle of Indiana, picked her up and came back. Not too shabby. Sometimes general aviation is fun. It's hard though. Like I said, in the wintertime, I have instrument rating, got all these instruments. I can't go in the clouds most days. You get ice, I have no de-icing capabilities. But that's it. Thanks for coming along. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Appreciate it.